Hello, everybody. Welcome to What's for Dinner.
Hello.
How's everybody doing today?
Hopefully good.
I hope they're doing great. Hopefully you all went to church today and just spending time in the afternoon with your families and relaxing and just enjoying your Sunday.
Yeah.
So what do we have going on today, Teresa?
So today we have sausage and peppers.
And
So
so everybody knows, this smells absolutely amazing.
Yeah, these are cheddar stuffed brats that I cook in the oven at 375 while I'm sauteing red and orange peppers and onions in 2 sticks of butter. And then when they're almost to temperature, I pull them out, I add the vegetables, and then I add cheese, and I cook it a little bit longer to your liking.
Lots of cheese.
Yeah.
I love cheese. Yeah, what else do we have going on here
And then I made cauliflower mash.
Yum.
So cauliflower, I had 2 heads of cauliflower from the grocery store with 2 sticks or 2 blocks of cream cheese. And I melt the cream cheese while the cauliflower is boiling. And then add in shredded cheese and sour cream and mix that together. And then when I drain the cauliflower, I mash it and then stir it in. And then I put onion and cheese. And last night I had bacon in the fridge, but I looked for it today after 3 or 4 teenagers were here last night, and
Did somebody eat our bacon?
there's no bacon.
That's a shame. Wow.
I was gonna make fancy cauliflower.
Yeah, well, either way, it's going to be delicious. So, well, let me ask you a question. So we
Yes.
talk about metabolic health on here. That's one of the reasons why we're doing this. And metabolic health just meaning that, what kind of reaction, what's our body's relationship with sugar and insulin,
Yes.
how it responds to those different levels. But will any of this food you made today cause our insulin or our sugar and insulin to spike?
It will not, unless you add actual rice instead of cauliflower mash, or pasta, or actual like mashed potatoes or bread. Then your body's gonna have to store all this fat. There's 2 sticks of butter in here. There's tons of cream cheese in the cauliflower mash, full fat sour cream, and then cheeses. So if you had carbohydrates with this meal, then your body's gonna store all that fat and have to start burning the carbohydrates, the glucose, the sugar, whether or not it's complex or not.
So sugars, carbohydrates are sugars.
Yes.
They're just structured a little bit differently in some of the foods that we eat. And as soon as we consume them, the process begins of breaking the carbohydrates down into glucose.
Yes.
And so essentially a carbohydrate is a sugar.
Yes.
So
But we get confused and we act like fruit juice and bananas, apples, peach, grapes, pasta, oatmeal, raisin bran, honey bunches of oats. We act like that's not sugar because it's complex carbohydrates. It's the same.
what if we talked about this the other day, what if it's natural sugars? What if it's organic sugar?
Right. Let me go get some organic gummy bears and pretend like nothing's gonna spike my insulin.
So the pancreas responds the same way, regardless of what kind of sugar it is, it cranks out insulin, right?
Yeah, he's smart, but he's black and white. Sugar goes up, he releases insulin. He doesn't care if you had bananas only because you had leg cramps last night and you're using the excuse that you need potassium, because there's potassium in more potassium in different foods than bananas. He sees your sugar spiking and he has to release insulin.
Okay. Well, see, speaking of sugar spiking,
Yes.
I think you've got some data on on that paper in front of you. You wanted to
Yeah.
share with folks, right?
So I have a glucose monitor here that a patient wore. This patient at the time was 59 years old and her A1C was 6.6. So the A1C is a 3-month daily average of blood sugars. That's how corporate medicine diagnoses diabetes. 6.5 is considered full-blown diabetes. She had no idea until she saw me. Now also, it's a late stage marker. Once you get diagnosed here, you've been doing damage for a long time. So I want people routinely under 100, even when they eat, because that's when you go above, that's what we've been talking about. You activate the clotting cascade and you start spiking your coronaries and your carotids.
So blood sugar below 100 even when you're eating.
Yeah, or 110, but definitely not like you're about to see.
Okay.
So this is her 14-day overlay, because the sensor lasts 14 days. You can see it's all over the place. For the first 4 days, I tell people to eat their way or experiment. So she had, is it okay holding it like this?
Yeah, I think I've got everything in there. So
She had donuts, which is obvious, burger and a bun, apple and peanut butter, pasta salad, and a turkey sandwich. Besides the donuts, which are obvious, people think this other food that I listed, apple and peanut butter, pasta salad, is actually real food with nutrients, but it's just sugar in disguise.
okay.
Okay, so you can see She's really only in range right here when she's sleeping, so midnight to 6. I don't know if you can see the time up here, but she's here. But the whole rest of the day looks like a roller coaster, and it's nothing fun like an amusement park roller coaster. It's sugar and insulin, it's highs and lows. Right about here, when you're crashing, everyone around you makes you aggravated. Everyone breathes too loud. You're just like, this team, I need off this team. This is a crazy team. I can't take this team. So this whole time, her body is insulin resistant. So she's up here doing damage to her small microvessels like heart, brain, eyes, kidney, penis in men for erectile dysfunction. She stays up here for a long time because her body can't figure it out. So try to do life like this. Listen, I say real life is hard. Real life is hard enough to not do it like this.
So those bumps in that graph there, those spikes, so to speak, those are coincide with when she was eating those foods that you mentioned.
Right.
So as she ate those foods, her blood sugar went up, and that's showing the blood sugar, but that also means your insulin is going up along with it, because your insulin is going to start.
It's responding, but it's responding slow because she's insulin resistant. So look how long it takes her. She's up, 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 and then she stays up here for hours because her body can't figure it out. I'll show you another day when the kids are here, their sugars go up and their body does it because they're not diabetic. Sugar goes up, body does its job, and sugar comes right back down, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Okay, so then she ate low carb. She ate meat and veg. She did not eat carnivore. She ate meat and veg.
Wow, look how straight that line is. What a profound difference on that.
So we reversed her diabetes, and she was on a blood pressure pill and an acid reflux pill, which we both got her off of both of those because blood pressure is just insulin. 95% of the time, it is insulin.
Wow.
Okay?
That's amazing.
Do not try to do life like this. Life is hard enough. This makes it harder.
It does. Yeah, for sure. Wow. That's amazing.
Okay?
Yep. So we're going to come back another time. We have more of these, and we'll do them with like some experimenting we did with the kids a few years back.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
So that's a very fabulous, like pretty much daily when I show these to new patients, I thank the Lord that he gave me such great, fantastic data that visually represents what's going on in your body. Everyone knows those moments. So Nate, our oldest by a minute, he's an addict, but his physique doesn't change, so he doesn't really care what he eats. But he was telling me yesterday that before he goes to work, he specifically does not eat carbs because he knows once he gets to work in an hour, he's going to feel blah. I forget the word he used, but it was essentially blah, meh, like he's just going to crash.
Yeah.
So we all know those moments, but you don't tie them to food unless you're 16, 17-year-olds that hang out here and hear it all day. But otherwise, you just think, I'm a hot mess. I can't handle my life. Maybe my husband's just extra. Maybe my wife is extra.
Yeah, so he's been consciously cutting carbs out before he goes to work because he doesn't want his brain just being foggy and whatnot when he goes there. So yeah, that's good stuff.
Yep.
Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
But how are you supposed to do better if you don't know better?
Right. And if you're following most of this,
Mainstream,
gosh, there's so much misinformation going on out there now. And
your providers do not do this, so don't go ask them about keto. Okay?
Don't ask them about a CGM either, because they're probably going to tell you no. We have it all the time. Go buy one on your own now. You can get them on your own over the counter.
In June.
Sorry, go them in June. Start getting these on your own, and you just connect it to your iPhone, and you can watch you can do it all.
Yep.
So was that it? Were you good?
That's it.
All right, guys. So listen up. We know it's not easy. You got to start sometime though, and if you can just get started, I promise it'll get easier. Not that it's always going to be easy, but it's going to get easier for you. The hardest part is getting started.
You just need like 21 to 30 days, and you will see a difference, and it will help push you into the next month to do it.
For sure. All right. Well, we love you guys, and if you have any questions, let us know. We're here for you.
Yes.
Share what you're having for dinner, and God bless you all. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.